Well, the US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is heading up the delegation from Washington, and the Chinese Vice Premier He Feng will be leading the team from Beijing here in Paris for the 2 days of talks between the United States and China. They have met for negotiations several times over the last year or so, meeting in London, Stockholm and Madrid. Most of their talks recently have focused on economic issues, tariffs, imports and exports between both sides, and financial issues. This time around, we do understand that most of the discussions will be focused on preparations for Donald Trump's trip to China, expected at the end of the month for a summit with the Chinese President Xi Jinping. If you cast your mind back a year to spring 2025, both sides were actually engaged in retaliatory tariffs, imposing import taxes, each one more punitive than the last, after Donald Trump originally announced those sweeping tariffs. Right now, both sides are in something of a trade truce as they try to iron out some of those economic issues to be able to ensure that there are the possibilities of positive policy announcements that both President Xi and President Trump will be able to make during the visit. It's not only preparations for the summit and economic issues that are on the agenda. The war in Iran will be coming up between both sides because the United States has asked China to put pressure on Iran to open up the Strait of Hormuz for regular shipping both ways. China relies very heavily on Iranian oil exports to support its economy. It does have huge strategic reserves that it can tap into if needed, and we do know that Beijing has been in touch with Tehran in recent days to try to ensure safe passage for as many tankers as possible. So there will be other issues on the agenda, but top of the list will be ensuring that preparations can be underway for the expected Trump-Xi summit in China at the end of the month. Ross Cullen for A News, Paris.